Welcome back, everyone. It is Monday, so you know what that means. It is time for another edition of What the Hollywood. And you are kind of privy to this first story, Jeremy, but Billy Porter, actor from Pose, kind of a LGBTQ icon, he is continuing to wage war with Harry Styles and Vogue. Now, if you're not familiar, I do have a picture. This is Billy Porter. He does not do the stereotypical dress for men, so he's been pushing the boundaries in his fashion for quite some time. But anyways, in an interview with The Telegraph, the LGBTQ plus actor and ally doubled down on his disdain for the fashion magazine Vogue and its head honcho Anna Wintour. So here's some backstory. Back in 2020, Harry Styles became the first male to appear solo on the front of the magazine, and it was pretty historic. Very big deal. And what's more is Harry was wearing a Gucci gown. Again, not the stereotypical male dress. Now, this is the Vogue cover that Billy Porter has taken issue with. And Harry has remained pretty tight-lipped about his sexuality. He doesn't have any labels on himself. But back in 2020, Billy Porter spoke out about the cover and even took a few jabs at Harry and Vogue. Then he later apologized for his criticism. But it seems his ill will toward all of it hasn't faded, because this past Friday, Porter spoke to The Telegraph saying, quote, "It's not Harry Styles' fault that he happens to be white and cute and straight and fit into the infrastructure that way." He said, "I call out the gatekeepers, non-binary, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't feel good to me. You're using my community, or your people are using my community to elevate you. You haven't had to sacrifice anything." Now, Porter allegedly pleaded with Wintour back in 2020 to, quote, "uplift the voices of the leaders of this de-gendering of fashion movement." It's a lot, but basically, Billy Porter is still upset with Anna Wintour, Vogue, and as he said, not Harry Styles, but Harry Styles' cover. So, in turn, neither Vogue nor Harry's people have commented. Jeremy, what are your thoughts?
Hold on, Billy Porter, let me get that chip off your shoulder. Hold on, let me got that. Okay, got it.
I'm exhausted just talking about that. Like, that was December 2020 is when all this stuff went down. It is August 2023. Why is this still?
You know what it is.
Why is this still an issue?
You know why it is.
Why?
He wants his name in the papers. He just wants the press.
He hasn't, yeah, you're right.
He wants the press. I'm sorry, I'm over it, because you can't keep blaming, and then keep going back to it.
Right. And I feel like, Harry Styles has always been out there with his fashion, especially this whole Love on Tour. It was colors, it was rainbows, it was all sorts of things. So, like, why is he not taking issue with that then?
Well, it's not like it's Brad Pitt. It's Harry Styles, who's known for his fashion risks, if you will. So it's not like it's Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise, who's never done it in the past.
That's true.
So I'm like, to me, it's like, move on.
I say what the Hollywood, okay, Billy Porter? And speaking of moving right along, as he should do, let's move on. If you're a billionaire with lots of time and money on your hands, well, naturally, you're gonna pick a fist fight with another billionaire. Well, that's exactly what Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg were set to do. Now, in case you didn't know, Zuckerberg created Facebook, or what Meta, I guess it's called now, and Elon Musk is of SpaceX, Tesla, and now Twitter, which has now been renamed to X. He's famous for all of that. Well, earlier this summer, the two tech tycoons began spatting online, which in turn developed into a potential fight in the octagon. However, all you sports fans out there, all hopes of this coming to fruition have been shattered because Zuckerberg is moving on from the idea. Basically, Zuck called out Musk for chickening out and creating excuse after excuse for why he is unable to fight. He took to Threads.
Goodness gracious.
He took to Instagram Threads and wrote, quote, "I think we can all agree Elon isn't serious and it's time to move on. I offered a real date. Dana White offered to make this a legit competition for charity. Elon won't confirm a date, then says he needs surgery, and now asks to do a practice round in my backyard instead. If Elon ever gets serious about a real date and official event, he knows how to reach me. Otherwise, time to move on. I am going to focus on competing with people who take the sport seriously." Can I just say, there is such a thing as having too much money. And this is a prime example. They're supposed to go to Italy. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay to go to Italy to watch two knuckleheads fight. I'm going for the cuisine, the wine, the Tuscany, the sights, the sounds, right?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Right? And the fact, okay, great that they were gonna do it for charity, but do we need this on our 2023 bingo card?
I just think it's,
Like,
nobody thought, I mean, I know TMZ had reported, even Michael Babcock thought it would happen.
Yeah.
I never thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
In my own heart, I never thought.
I think producer Jake was saying, like, Zuckerberg is actually a very well-trained
Martial artist.
So.
Or something along those lines.
I think Elon Musk, again, he chickened out because he knew he was going to probably get a bruising.
But you know what? Even if I lost that fight, if I could just get one good punch to Zuckerberg's face, I would feel at least I did something. If I could just get one
You
good
might
punch.
actually make him look better with that punch.
I'm just saying.
Just kidding, sorry.
I'm just saying, I just don't like Zuck. I think he's too arrogant.
Well, they both are.
Well, they both are. But I don't know. It's something about Zuck, though. Maybe it's because of the social network and all that, you know.
Probably. Okay, our final story involves our girl, Britney Jane Spears, and Oprah Winfrey. So, Britney's memoir, The Woman in Me, is set to come out sometime this year, hopefully October, but it's faced quite a lot of setbacks due to legal reasons, but regardless, it's a highly anticipated memoir. And what's even better is that Britney is now open to doing a potential tell-all interview with none other than Oprah Winfrey. You'll recall Prince Harry and Meghan Markle did a shocking sit-down tell-all a few years ago with the former TV show host. It was iconic, to say the least. Well, now the 41-year-old pop star has not given any public interviews about her conservatorship, which lasted from February 2008 to November 2021. Well, on Sunday morning, Britney Spears started trending, and an insider told The Sun that she was planning on sitting down with Oprah ahead of the release of her memoir in October. Sources revealed that Britney have been offered significant financial sums in order to talk about her life story before her memoir is released. And the insider even revealed that Oprah had initially reached out to her in 2021 after the conservatorship came to an end. However, they said that the toxic singer turned down the offer because she was still coming to terms with independent life and mentally processing her freedom. However, they did go on to say that Britney is, quote, in a different place now and might be willing to share her story on camera. While this is great and all, wouldn't this tell-all interview kind of trump her book? Like, isn't that what the memoir's for?
No, because they're very good. They tease in the interview, so you have to read my book to get the full story.
Okay.
That's what celebrities are good at, is teasing. Now, if Britney Spears is mentally capable of doing that, I don't know.
Okay, because I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram. She was dancing on a pole.
Yeah,
so
she was.
I don't know what's happening with Miss Britney Jean, but
yeah.
I would watch it.
Well,
I would read it.
I think her people won't let her do it because she's a loose cannon and she may spill too much in the interview.
That's what I'm thinking.
But I'm surprised because usually Oprah doesn't pay for interviews. So I'm like, I don't know who's paying for this because Oprah has said in the past famously, she don't pay for interviews.
Well, wouldn't that be Harpo Productions? Or is that?
That's Oprah still, though.
Oh, that's still Oprah.
Oprah
yeah.
says she don't pay for interviews. I mean, it's like she did the famous Michael Jackson one years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, she's done a million, but I don't think but I don't know. I
know.
Totally wrong. But to get that Britney one, that would be so.
That would be great.
watched.
I want Jamie Lynn in there. I want the mom in there. I don't want the dad. But
I don't know. Maybe we should
a
hear from
separate
the dad.
one with the dad.
Well, I think, yeah.
Jamie Spears.
Every side of that story.
We need the whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Well,
all right, and that's what's happening in Hollywood, you guys.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM coming up right after this.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole mess.